Hello everybody and welcome back to Saxlingham. So we are going to start this episode by getting in the bales from field, is it 41? I always have to keep checking on these. Yeah, from field 41. We're going to get them back first whilst we wait for our workers to finish up with the wheat field in field, I think it's 50. I did originally leave this and the baler up there ready to start baling, but then I thought it would be a much better idea to get on and do this, because if I was to then start baling in that field, we'd be leaving bales in the way of one, the combine, and two, the worker trying to lead. So I thought it's just a definite recipe for disaster. So we're going to get this field cleared, and then I'll probably bring you back then, and our workers should be done. We can then look to get the top field baled. I would like to get the canola field finished today as well, and then try get the bale wrapping done, because then once we've done all that, we can then look to move on, because we're spending a fair bit of time in July. And I may even look at sort of trying to stagger the harvest a bit more, so we're not spending so many episodes in 1 month, because I know I do tend to, the first month that we can drill and get stuff in the ground, that will be, I try to get it all done then. So I am going to try and change that so that we can do, say, 2 fields this month, 2 fields the next month, and then if we start doing spring drillings, it will give us something else to do in a different month. Oh. What? Oh, that's less than ideal. Right, we're going to have to try sort that out. Well, I've gone for the auto load one now, so I've swapped the sheds out and put them in there. I know I've lost out on some silage bales because I originally tried to do it with the bales where they were and just sort of try to throw them in from inside, but if we get a bit closer you will see that you get some red triggers, and the only way to get round them is to go over the top. Anyways, I did a few of them and then I thought that's just taking far too long to do. So we just attach that, and if I run round you will be able to see them here. So you can fly over the top, but you can't get through down on this bottom. You may get through on a gap here. Yeah, there. So I've got a bale or two through there. But anyways, it was a lot easier for me to actually start again and push all the bales to this top bit into here, then place the shed down, then they moved into there. So I have lost on a silage bale or two, but I'm not too fussed about that. But right, our harvest is finished up in that top field, so we are going to go get the baler on. We're going to bob up there, get that baled, and then I want to move on to where I'll take the combine and get this canola harvested, and then that is all our fields complete and done. If it wasn't for that accident, I was going to get that other field done. I thought we could get that cleared fairly sharpish, but obviously having that accident, you can't really ignore it, can you? And I should have made that the thumbnail for the video, but I didn't anyways. Right, so let's turn this on and we can make our way through here. There's a lot of big piles of straw laid around here. So we get that. We are just missing a little bit there in the grass because we started on this front. So if we get that little bit, we'll go hard left round and then start on this angle. So this was a pure guess that would be all right to come up and get these. It's why I left the last two in the baler, because I thought if we could get all that done in a time lapse, and that field is now done. So we've just got that big starting field of ours, which I think is at 39. We've just got that to clear, which we should be able to do that in one time lapse, especially now that we have the auto stacking shed. So we cannot, if anything goes wrong inside that shed, it's nothing to do with us. And here now we can just very simply turn around here. If we start raising the back up, getting ready to tip, and then we literally just dump them here, and then we should see them all appear. If I just go a bit further back, once that's up, let's release. And there they are, all in the shed. So right, we're going to leave this here. It shouldn't be in the way of the auto drive course. We're going to go get the JCB, send that up to our canola field. We will then get the combine, and I'll see you when we get up there. One of the benefits with field 38 being cut is we can cut straight across it like we have done there. Right, we'll leave the trailer up on this right hand side. I think I've decided this is where, when it comes to our bit of forestry work, we are going to lead all the timber to here. Which, if we leave this field to be a pea field, it means that we can drive across it all winter. And then from here, once we've got all our timber out, we can start chipping. Ooh, I can't really see anything. Let's just reassess here. And then yeah, we can start chipping from the pile straight onto a tractor and trailer that's here. If not, we can go for a truck and trailer. But my recent exploits in Alma with the truck, we got the wrong one, which I didn't really know that was possible because we couldn't attach anything to it. So let's turn that on, and we will just make a quick start. And obviously with it being canola, it will take a bit to fill up. So let's get our GPS going. We want 2 headlands, please. I don't like it when we do 1. I find there's not enough room to let you turn around to get a straight enough line. Have they got past that oak? Yeah, so we're just in the way of him at the minute. We're right, we will get on, we'll get this field finished, and then hopefully if we've got enough time we'll then start get the bales down on that bottom finished, and then we're all ready for drilling time, which if we go on to the calendar, so we can do canola next month, and well, we can do poplar, but I'm avoiding poplar. So yeah, we can do canola, so that will be when we move on, we can do that next. And there's our canola field finished, and that's been a real race against fuel. If you look at our fuel gauge, it's been flashing for the majority of of doing this. So I'm very interested to know actually how much we have left fuel-wise in here, which I do think that if we just do that bit there, jump out and have a look, we've got 28 litres. Where if you can't do it, I can't get the mouse up like this. If you look on the bottom right, the Claas Lexion go down 28 litres of fuel. That was a very, very close one. Right, we will get the auger out and we'll get our worker to come take this tip, which it should all go in there, and then he can make his way to the silo. He can then tip it into there and we'll see how much this harvest has generated for us. So there he goes, and if we go to time saving stock check, it will give us some idea. So bar the canola, we're at 861,000, which a lot of that is coming from the peas. The peas have been amazing. Peas, wheat, we're 173, straw 128, barley's done really well, so that's 112, and then we just need to know what the canola is going to be. So here's our worker. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where are you going? Right, I may jump in and take over. So I am unsure what to do with this combine. It's been absolutely amazing for us. So I couldn't have got a better combine to begin with. But to upgrade the engine, it's going to be, I think it's 280,000 to the engine, and I just think with it now racking up the hours, is it really worth spending that money on it, or is it better just to go buy the biggest sort of base game one and go straight from there? So it's just something I will have a think about, but this can stay up here. We want to get this down to the yard, and because of that I'm not going to I need to get the piping before I can fold. Because of that I'm not going to fill it up. I am just going to park it in the yard somewhere just out of the way for now, or I may even leave it on that top bit of grass until we finally decide, because if we do sell it, it's going to take up, that's going to buy the other one. I think there's 700,000. So to buy the other one brand new, it's going to take all our money. Fair dues, we'll get some money back for this, and I'm rather hoping that going down the wood chip line, that may boost the bank balance up massively. Because I'm only planning on doing the chipping on the day, the day it wants selling. So it may take the days that we're selling, take them a bit longer to get through. It's certainly going to make this place here look very, very bare. Well, I may plant it up with oaks or something like that, because I'll do it the once definitely, but I don't want to do too much. Oops, I don't want to do too much forestry, because I know in Silver Run we did a fair bit there. Oak Bridge on Oak Bridge Farm we did quite a bit there as well. But yeah, I'm just going to leave this up at the top. We will tip this into here, so we can leave that just going like so. We'll go jump back into the fence, and then we can go get the remainder of those bales out of that field, and then I think we'll call it a do at that. It's been a fairly long recording, I must say. So let's go around here. Let's jump in. So this was turned off, and let's make our way over to these bales. And in that storage, I probably should have said, in that storage we can get 500 bales put into there. Well, let's have a final look at what we've got here. So if we go to, oh, we've got a contract to collect on as well. The spraying contract. So let's get that one. And then in the next episode, we'll move on and get the bale wrapping done. So let's drop them into there. So now, time-saving stock check. So we have £940,000 in the bank. And the straw just keeps getting more and more and more. But it's huge. I'm glad we're not selling now, put it that way. And peas, they're December, so it won't be long until we sell them. Barley, the canola. Canola wasn't worth too much. But I do have, if we go onto the map, we do have our worker in here doing the barley field, because mulching it, because then we can get on and plant canola into there, and then once that's planted, we can move on. So yeah, just that to do, and canola, and then we can move on, because canola is this month, isn't it? Next month, sorry. So the further the worker gets on there with the mulching, the better for when we move on. But right, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.